All right, so today is Thursday, the first day of September. So we got 9/1/22, September the 1st. Okay. You should have completed or almost be completed with the warm up. Ms. Peoples and I checked the homework already, so you should have your stamps for your homework. Um, Briefly, rules and regs. Do not forget, as you come in, you drop off your calculator into the calculator caddy. Today is a calculator day. Cell phone caddy. Sorry, y'all. Today is calculator day. We're using the calculator for our warm up. So I instructed you to pick up a calculator, which is the same as your cell phone number, which is the same as your desk number. Then you immediately have a seat and work on your warm up. Okay, any questions about the procedures as we come in? All right, don't forget to get all of your items for the rest of the day out of your locker because your last locker break is on your way out the door. Okay, so everybody should have their lunch materials and everything that they need for their core classes. Okay, bless you, baby. Then we're gonna go and finish pasting. Most of us have already pasted the definitions from yesterday. We're going to make sure that we go over those. There's a graphic organizer that we're going to do with that. I want to see if you can fill out the graphic organizer without any assistance. I'm going to do some notes with that first, though, just to make sure that we understand. We're going to do a true false. Adding this in real quick. I forgot to put that on the board. And then we're doing the graphic organizer and time management. Remember, you don't. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The homework for tonight, Thursday's homework, we're creating note cards. We're creating flashcards on the note cards. And we're doing the perfect routes. The directions are on the back. We're doing perfect routes. There's a video with the directions in it as well. Where is the video located? Canvas and on Remind. Okay. Canvas and on Remind. Okay. I'm going to pause the video. If you needed those note cards, there was 6 of you that needed the note cards. Please raise your hand again so I'll give you the note cards. You need 15 note cards, okay? We're doing the perfect squares, 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, all the way to 15, okay? And the directions on how to do that, please watch the video. All right, so real quickly before I forget to do this while we're talking about the homework is labeled on the back as Thursday. These are the flashcards. We're making flashcards for the perfect squares 1 through 15. That's why you need 15 note cards. And I'm going to show you in the video what that looks like. So please watch it. Your perfect squares. What goes on the front, what goes on the back. It's going to be real simple. It's just 15 of them. What's wrong? Just get another one off the table, babe. Okay. All right. Pushing that to the side. Let's make a pocket for our note cards because we're gonna do a bunch of note cards this year. Turn to the very back page of your notebook. Where's your notebook, babe? I can't find it. Okay. Look in there. Turn to the very back page of your notebook. Turn to the very back page. Yes. Very back page of your notebook. The last page. The last page of your notebook. The last page. Okay? We want the pocket part to be open. Sorry, sweetie. We want this to stay open. We can fold it down, but we don't want to seal it because we want it to stay open, okay? And so if you want to, you can fold it backwards if you want to, if you're afraid that it's going to stick. Or, you know what? I'm going to just cut this off. Let's cut it off because some of you might forget and then glue it down. So we can just cut this. You see how I'm cutting this off? We could just cut that off. No, you don't have to. I said we can. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to take our glue and we're going to glue this pocket down so we can have a location for our note cards. Make sure you put a good amount of glue on this one because we don't want this to come up. Okay, glue this down. Casey, glue this down, okay, babe? Do you want me to cut your thing off or are you going to remember not to seal this? Can you cut it off? Yes. You don't get a string down here. Miss People, can we, you think we can get a string bag at some point? Yep. Sure. Thank you. Yes, glue it down, okay? All right, we got it. We're going to label this little folder, this little pocket, study cards, because we're going to put a lot of study material in here, note cards to study. So these are our study cards, okay? You can use your Sharpie and write on that, put study cards. And I'm going to pause for the calls to give us a chance to write that in, and then we'll go over the warm-up, okay? Close up our notebook. Now let's look at the warm-up. We're looking at Thursday's warm-up. Let's mark out Friday. We don't do warm-up on Friday, okay? Unless sometimes I feel the spirit and we do it and we have enough time. But normally we got a lot of things going on Friday. We don't have time to do, always have time to do the warm-up. So we won't have time this Friday to do that. So please mark that out. All right. So far, the ones that we've marked out Monday, if you did Monday, perfect. We only did one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. If you did those, perfect. And we're going to do both Thursday. Any questions? All right, so let's look at the Thursday one. Ready? Carter, you ready? Okay. All right, suppose a dog can run 52 feet in 8 seconds. And a cat can run 32 feet in 4 seconds. Which animal runs the fastest? Any ideas as to how we would figure this out? What do you think we would do first? Any ideas? Arturo, you want to? Arturo, you don't want to say? Did you try something? Oh, you didn't try it? I need you to try, okay? Monty, do you know, Amari? Is that right? Dividing. Yes, you're going to divide. I was like, I heard you say it earlier and you're not saying it now. Yeah, that's right. What did you divide?
Don't make me do that.
No, just tell me, what did you divide?
8 and 4.
Not 8 and 4.
52 and 8, and then 32 and 4.
Very good. Fifth, we're going to do the dog first. So for the dog ran 52 feet per 8 minutes or 8 seconds. I keep saying minutes. It's seconds, y'all. I'm sorry. So this is the speed of the dog. It's 52 feet per or for 8 seconds. So we're going to divide to figure out how much it is per second. So let's figure out the cat. How would I figure out how fast the cat ran? Yes. That's okay. Huh? You forgot? That's fine. 32. Go ahead. What else? 32 what? Divided by 4. Mm-hmm. So 32 feet divided by 4 seconds. All right, so let's type this in our calculator to see what we get. We're gonna do, and you did this morning. We figured out how many it was, right? About how much? Do you remember?
For the dog, it was 6.
Okay, 52 divided by 8, and we got 6.5. Very good, baby. So we got 6.5 feet per second. Okay, let's look at the cat. What's 32 divided by 4? 8. So it's 8 feet per second. So who runs the fastest, the cat or the dog?
Cat.
The cat is faster. Cat runs faster. And how do we figure out how much faster? What do we have to do? Subtract. What are we going to subtract?
8 and 6.5.
All right. 8 minus 6.5. What's 8 minus 6.5?
1.5.
1.5. So we got 1. The cat runs faster. 1.5 feet per second faster. So the cat is faster, and how much faster? 1.5 feet per second. I'm going to pause for the calls to give us a chance to write. All right, let's do the next one, okay? It says Josiah purchased 3 cheeseburgers for $1.59 each. So each one of them costs $1.59. 2 milkshakes for $3.25 each. Okay? If the sale tax is 7.25%, some people say 7.25%, what is the total of Josiah's purchase? So first we want to, like the register would do, we want to ring it all up first, okay? All right. So what are we going to do to solve this problem? Any ideas as to how we would find the total first, and then we can do the sales tax? Any idea of how to find the total of these items? What could we multiply? Very good. We can say 3 times $1.59. Why $3? Why 3 times $1.59? Because he bought 3 burgers. Okay, what else are we gonna do? Do y'all want to find this total first? Is that easier for everybody to do, to find this total, or keep going, add some more? Y'all gotta talk. I can't do that. We gotta
I think it's easier to finish this one.
Okay, so you think it's easier to go ahead and figure out what this total is?
Yes.
All right, so let's find this total, okay? Thank you, Miss Peoples. All right, so let's multiply. We're gonna multiply 3. Why are we saying 3 again? What was the reason?
Because he bought 3.
And we're gonna multiply it times what number again? Very good, $1.59. How much is that for all 3 of the cheeseburgers? $4.77. Okay, so what else do we have to add together, y'all? What else did he buy?
The milkshake.
Okay, so how do we figure out how much it costs for the milkshakes? Multiply what? 2 times $3.25. Can somebody different, good, Ricardo. Can somebody different tell me why we're multiplying this together? What is the 2, Haley? What is the 2? Where we get the 2 from? What does that 2 mean? That's how many he bought. What's the $3.25 mean? Alyssa, what does that mean? What's the $3.25? Say again, baby. Can you hear?
The total?
Okay, the total for what? What's the $3.25? Somebody help. Haley, you want to help? What do you think?
How much the milkshake cost?
How much each milkshake costs? And since there are 2 of them, we're going to say 2 times this $3.25. So let's do that. Let's do $2. I'm sorry, why I keep saying $2? 2 times the $3 and what?
25 cents.
25 cents. Okay, and what is this total?
6.5
$6 and what?
5 cents.
50 cents. If it was 5 cents, what would it be? 0. It'd be decimal 0.5. But since it's like this, you put a 0 at the end, that's 50 cents. So it's $6.50, okay, for both milkshakes. For both milkshakes. All right. Any ideas? What am I going to do now to figure out the total? What am I doing now? Atiana, what are we going to do to figure out the total? Okay. And so what operation is that when you say put both of them together? Are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? You're adding. Very good, babe. So let's add these two together. We're adding the burgers and the milkshakes. So let's put that in the calculator. That's $4 and what? 77 cents plus what? $6.50. How much is that? $11 and what?
27 cents.
27 cents. Very good, babe. Good, Abby. This is the total. Okay. Now, what do I have to do to figure out the tax? Does anybody remember how to figure tax out? Okay, that's all right. We're going to do it together. When we're trying to find the sale tax, we're going to convert the percent to a decimal and multiply it times the total, okay, to figure out what the tax is. All right, so I'm going to put tax here. We're going to figure out the tax. We're going to convert. How do we convert 7 point, some of us say 25% to a decimal? It's written as a percentage. Let me do this. Let's do it at the bottom. How do I convert the percent to a decimal? Does anybody remember that? Percent to decimal? Write it at the bottom, okay? How do I convert from a percent to a decimal? Okay, I'll give you a hint. We locate this decimal first and we're going to move it 2 times. Are we going to move it 2 times to the right? Are we going to move it 2 times to the left? Okay, so 2 times to the right will be this way. 2 times to the left will be this way. We're going to move it 2 times to the left. 1, 2. 2 to the left. And what do we do with the placeholder? What number do we put as a placeholder? Okay, and what do we do with the percent sign?
Take it away.
Take it away. Okay, we drop it. So what do we get as our answer? We get a decimal, 0, 7, not point, decimals here. So we get, what place value is this number in?
The thousands.
It's the thousand. This is the thousandth. Which one is this one be?
That's the tens.
So this is the tens. Tenths. What's this one? Hundredths. What's this one? Thousandths. Then what's this? 10,000ths. Very good. Okay, excellent. All right, so this would be 725 10,000ths. That's how you say that number. Okay, so we're going to take this number and we're going to multiply it times the total. Let's type this in the calculator to see how much the tax is going to be. $11.27 times 0.0725. Type that in, please, and press enter. Everybody should have picked up a calculator. I see some people sitting there without a calculator. Don't know why, but I told all of us to get a calculator. So if you don't have a calculator, I need you to go get one at this time. Your calculator is your desk number. Pick up a calculator, please, guys. Tamir, go get a calculator. You're 21. And I'm going to pause here, okay? Pause. How much tax is this? When I press enter, how much money is this? First of all, how many spaces behind the decimal do we need for money? We're just dealing with money. 2 spaces behind the decimal. So if we're rounding it, about how much money would this be? We don't have a whole number, so this is going to be cent. About how much cent is this? 80. If we truncate, that means to cut the decimal off without rounding, it's it's 81 cents. And since we're dealing with money, okay, we don't want to pay more than what we're supposed to pay, 81 cents. But if we're rounding it, it will be 82 cents. So let's go with the 81 cents. We're going to truncate, cut the decimal off without rounding. It's truncate. So our tax is 81 cents. So then what's the grand total at the end going to be? How do we find our grand total if our tax is 81 cents and the total before tax is 11.27? What is the amount that we're going to pay the cashier? What are we going to pay the cashier? Because you know you got to pay. You can't get away without paying taxes.
$7.46.
Not $10. Can't go backwards because you'll be cheating them. So go ahead. What was you going to say? You got it? Did you think about it?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get that? You added the tax. So tell me, what do we type in? What are we at? What two things are we adding together? $11.27 plus 81 cents. Type that in, please. Hold it up so I can see what you have. Okay. And Carter, what did you get on your calculator? Very good. $12.08. So the grand total, you're going to pay the cashier $12.08. Any questions? I'm going to pause here to give you a chance to write. Big or small, ask them all, please. I do want to know, what do you think is the most challenging about problems that are like this? We put our packet in work to do, okay? All right, take out your interactive notebook. You got to feel comfortable to say what you don't understand so that I can help you. If I don't know what you don't understand, it's hard for me to help you. Yes, ma'am. That's what I was thinking. Did she even come back yet? Did y'all see Barletto go out and come back? But is she back yet? Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So because we haven't been to the bathroom. I was wondering. Page 8, we should have already pasted. See, they skipped me. I'll go when they finish. All right. So we have Q1. Did she come over and I didn't see her?
No, she didn't
I
come
didn't see her.
back.
Okay. We got page 8. Real number system definitions. Okay. This is where we're pasting. If we didn't paste it from yesterday, we're going to go ahead and paste it today, okay? Going to go ahead. Look in your folder, babe. If we didn't paste it yesterday, and some people, somebody left this, it was on the floor. Is anybody missing theirs from yesterday? Because I found this one on the floor. All right. Anybody wasn't here yesterday and need a sheet? No, right here yesterday. You lost it? Okay. Well, just do it. You'll see what I'm doing. All right. Anybody else? You need one too? Also? Do you have one, baby? Make sure you paste it on this page, okay? Anybody else missing theirs from yesterday? You also. All right, everybody else? Don't get this like you gotta raise your hand so I can see it, okay, babe? Because I have to get you out. Not on purpose, but if I can't see it, I can't address it. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go through this very quickly because we've already done this before. And I checked it yesterday to make sure that you had the right answer before you paste it down. Okay, so some people, most of us finished it. And I'm going to glue this down. And I'm going to put the word out to the side, right? All right, what's a counting number? What did we say a counting number was? Natural number. Yes, babe. Did you have? Oh, you raising your hand for that? Okay. So these are natural numbers. A natural number is counting numbers that start with 1. They do not have fractions attached to them. They do not have decimals attached to them. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to the positive infinity. All right. Next definition. These numbers are natural numbers together with 0. They do not have fractions attached to them. They do not have decimals attached to them. What definition is this? Yes. No, not irrational. Yes. Whole number. These are whole numbers. Very good. These are whole numbers. Whole numbers start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the positive infinity. They do not have fractions attached to them. They do not have decimals attached to them. Okay. Next definition are sets of real numbers that consist of natural numbers and their additive inverse or their opposite and 0. So it's whole numbers and their opposites. It's basically what this is saying. They do not have fractions attached to them. They do not have decimals attached to them. What kind of number is this? What's the definition for this? What is that? Irrational. Not irrational. No. They do not have fractions attached to. Say again, baby. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. Somebody already said rational. Integers. Integers. Integers are whole numbers and their opposites. Okay. They are natural numbers, those counting numbers, and 0 and their opposites. So the opposite of a positive 1 is a negative 1. The opposite of a positive 2 is a negative 2. Additive inverse or opposite mean the same thing. Those are positive, negative numbers, and 0. Those are called integers. They do not have fractions attached to it. They do not have decimals attached to it. Is it possible to have a negative fraction? Yes, but a negative fraction is not an integer. It's just a negative fraction. Next definition are those numbers in which are expressed as a ratio or fraction. So numbers that can be written as a fraction. Okay, what is that? Yes.
Real number.
Now, it is a real number, but that's not the real number definition. Rational. These are rational numbers. Numbers that can be written as a fraction are rational. Okay. What are numbers that cannot be written as a fraction or a ratio? And there are 3 types of them. They're irrational. Very good. The 3 types are non-perfect groups, non-terminating decimals, and pi. Irrational. Irrational numbers. The last one, okay, is a set of numbers containing all rational and irrational numbers. It's any and every single number you can think of. What is that one? Real numbers. Any and every single number is a real number. I'm going to pause. Please make sure that you have pasted these down so we can move on to the next thing.